Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Prapti and today we will crochet these cute vines. Check out my Etsy store Soft Stitch Studios. So let's get started. For the vines themselves, I used two different shades of green yarn. This one is by Red Heart and it is a neon green, I believe. And the second one was by Loops and Threads and it's more of a sage green. You can use any two different shades of green as long as they look good together. So I feel these look good, so I used them. And for the puff flowers, I used pink, this color pink by Loops and Threads. You can use any other color for the flowers, I just had this lying around. And for the hook size, I used 4.5 millimeter hook. And you can use a Okay, so the first thing we're gonna crochet is the spiral. And for the spiral, we're gonna do a foundation double crochet. And in the double crochets, we'll do 2 double crochets. And a foundation double crochet is basically you do your chains and your double crochets at the same time. So this allows you to crochet your desired length and you don't have to chain extra or join anything. So this makes it pretty easy. So I'm gonna show you this and it's pretty simple. So we're gonna first slip knot. You can slip knot anyway, it's okay. Now we're gonna change 6. So from your hook, yarn over, go through the first loop, that's your chain. Yarn over, got 2 chains, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now you will yarn over and go through the 3rd chain from your hook. So 1, 2, 3. Now we're gonna go into that chain and then we're gonna yarn over. Now we have 3 loops. So now we're gonna yarn over and go through the last chain, so the one next to your yarn end. Pull up a loop. Now yarn over, go through the first loop only. This is pretty important, that is your chain, okay? First loop. Now you will do your double crochet. So you're gonna yarn over, go through the first 2 loops only. Yarn over, go through the first 2 loops, yarn over first 2 loops, yarn over first 2 loops. So that is your first double crochet. And your chains were your first double crochet, but this is your first actual one, so your second. Now we're gonna yarn over, go through this stitch. You see, it's at our first double crochet at that top part. Do not go through this one. Go through this stitch. So yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, and you will go through this V. You see this V? That's where we want to pull up a loop from. Now we're gonna chain 1, that's our first chain. Now we're gonna double crochet and do 2 at the same time. So yarn over, first 2 loops, first 2 loops, first 2 loops, and then the last 2 loops. This is what it'll look like. Yarn over, go through this stitch. So here the lines, do not go through those. Go through this stitch. Pull up a loop, yarn over, and go through this V at the end. You see this V? It's not that clear, sorry. This V on my hook. So at the end of your double crochet, so in the chains. Then we're gonna pull up, chain 1. Then we're gonna yarn over, pull up 2 loops, 2 loops, 2 loops, 2 loops. So now you will crochet as long as you want. For the first spiral I made, I crocheted for about 25 inches, but you can crochet as much as you would like. So it'll look like this. Don't worry if it's not curling right now, it will curl as you go. So the end product will look like this. Now we will crochet the monstera inspired leaf. So for reference, this is what the leaves will look like. they are pretty detailed and they look pretty accurate, I feel, in my opinion. So let's crochet. So first thing you want to do, make one slip knot. Hook on slip knot. Now you will chain 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you will double crochet into the first chain you made. So yarn over, go into this chain. Now pull through first 2 loops, pull through next 2 loops. Now you will crochet 1 chain and do another double crochet. So there should be 3 loops, first 2 and then first 2, and chain 1. Now go through this chain, 2 loops, 2 loops. So you should have 4 double crochets. Well, you have crocheted 3. This chain was the first double crochet, so this will be your first double crochet. Now you will chain 3, so 1, 2, 3. Now we will double crochet 2 loops, 2 loops, and chain 1, double crochet, 1, 2 loops, 2 loops, chain 1, double crochet, 2 loops, 2 loops. Now you're gonna chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you will slip stitch, so pull up a loop. Now put this first loop into this loop. So whoops. Okay. Now that was your first row. For the second row, we will chain 1, and now we will do 5 single crochets. So in this chain section, so 1, pull up a loop, crochet in both loops, pull up a loop, crochet in both loops, pull up a loop, crochet in both loops. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That was the chain. We have 3, 4, and 5. Now in the chain 1 spaces, you will crochet, do 3 single crochets. So pull up a loop, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over. And we'll do that one more time. Pull up a loop, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over. And now we will crochet 3 in this chain 3 space. 1, 2, 3. And now we will chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Now we will do 3 single crochets again. So pull up a loop, go through both loops, pull up a loop, and pull up a loop. So it should look like this so far. Now we will do 3 single crochets and then chain 1 spot. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now we will do 5 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So your leaf will look somewhat like this. And it's okay if the tail, we will weave that in later, so don't worry about it. And now you will do a slip stitch. So in the first single crochet you made, you're gonna go into that, pull up a loop, and then we're gonna slip stitch. So it should look like this. Now we will chain 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so the process is pretty much the same. So you just repeat what we did with this leaf, but and so you chain 5, 7 plus 5, so 12 chains should be on your hook. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now you will double crochet into the 5th chain from your hook. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So double crochet. And pretty much now it will be the exact same thing that we did before. And you just need a slip stitch and then chain 7, then chain 5. And then when you are done, you can chain 7 and then leave a yarn tail. Make sure it's kind of long. Mine isn't that long, but it's okay. So there should be 7 chains from the leaf you first made, the last leaf you made, sorry. Last leaf, there should be 7 chains. Okay, so now we will crochet the small leaf. So first thing we're gonna do is slip knot. Make a slip knot, put it on your hook, and now we will chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we will slip stitch into the first chain you made. So this chain next to your slip knot. So pull up a loop, go through. So 1 loop should be there. Now in this hole we will do all of the work. So now we're gonna chain 2 chains and do 1 double crochet, do 2 double crochets. So pull up a loop, go through both loops, go through both loops. Pull up a loop, go through both loops. Sorry, pull up a loop, go through both loops, go through both loops. Now we will do a treble crochet, treble. So we will do 2 yarn overs. So there should be 3 loops on your hook. Now we will pull up a loop. Now yarn over and pull up in the first 2 loops. So 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through both loops, yarn over, pull through both loops. So this is what it should look like. It will be bigger than a double crochet. Now do that again. 3 loops, yarn over twice, pull up a loop, go through both loops, go through both loops, go through both loops. So you should go through both loops 3 times. Now chain 2, 1, 2, and in this stitch, here's this V. Now don't go through that, go through this stitch. So the last 2 loops go into the first of the last 2 loops. So this stitch. Now we're gonna single crochet in this stitch. So hook, in, pull up a loop, go through both loops. Now do 2 more treble crochets, 4 loops on your hook, go through both loops, both loops, both loops, go through both, pull up 4 loops. Now we'll do 2 double crochets. So 3 loops should be on your hook. Go through both loops, go through both loops. 3 loops, both loops on your hook. So in total you should have 2 double crochets here, 2 treble, the single crochet in chain 2 you made, 2 treble crochets, 2 double crochets. Now chain 2 and slip stitch into the circle. So only 1 loop should be on your hook. Now chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you will now do the same thing. So make a new leaf basically, and so just chain 4, 3, 4 on your hook. There should be 9 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And you will go count and go on the 4th stitch from your hook. So 4 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4. So now you will slip stitch in the 4th chain, 2 chains, And now repeat what we just did in this. So 2 double crochets, 2 triple, 2 chain, single crochet, 2 treble, 2 double, chain 2, slip stitch. And now just repeat till your desired length. So I have done a lot of loops, but you can do as much as you would like. Okay, so now we're gonna crochet the largest loop. So it looks like this. Now for this, we will first find the end of our yarn and then create a slip knot. Now chain 10. So yarn over, pull through the slip knot. So that's our first chain. Now repeat that 10 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you should have 10 chains. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Now chain 2. This will be your first double crochet. So 1, 2. Now yarn over. Now do a double crochet in the third chain from your hook. So this chain right here. So pull up a loop, pull through 2 loops, pull through 2 loops. Now do double crochets all around in this chain, in the chains. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. But in this 10th chain, or the slip knot chain where you slip knot and chain 1, so in this one we will do 3 double crochets. So this is our first double crochet. Now do the second one in the same chain. So second, and this will be the third and final in this same chain. Now you will do double crochets all around. So in this chain you see here, we will double crochet in this chain. So yarn over, pull up a loop, double crochet. Now as you go on, you will double crochet with this thread yarn end. So you don't have to thread it, and you don't have to do that much work. So chain, in this chain, double crochet with the yarn end, so you don't have to weave it in this chain. So you should have the yarn end on your hook. Double crochet. Now just continue doing this and you will be weaving in your end as you go. This is the last one. So double crochet. Okay, now you will go in this chain right here and do a single crochet. And in the next chain, this chain right here, this V, you will do a single crochet. So the pattern will be 2 single crochets in the first 2 double crochets, 2 half double crochets, 2 double crochets, 2 half double crochets, 2 single crochets, then single crochet until you get to the next side. So single crochet. So you should have 2 single crochets on 2 double crochets. Now do a half double crochet, so yarn over, pull up a loop, and go through all 3 loops. Pull up a loop, all 3 loops. 2 half double crochets. Now 2 double crochets, so yarn over, pull up a loop, 2 loops, 2 loops. Pull up a loop, 2 loops, 2 loops. Now half double crochet again, yarn over, pull up a loop, pull through 3 loops. 3 loops should be on your hook, and pull it through all 3. Now single crochet twice, single crochet on the turning part. So in the double crochet where we did 3 double crochets, there should be single crochets on top. Single crochet, single crochet. Now half double crochet, 2 half double crochets, 1, 2, 2 double crochets, 1, 2, so 1 double crochet. Now the second one, 1, 2, 2 half double crochets, 1, all 3 loops, all the loops. I have a yarn knot, so okay. Now we will do a single crochet, and now slip stitch in the last single crochet. So slip stitch. This is what your first leaf should look like. So it kind of curves, and this is the good side, so you want it to curve at the bottom side, so it should look like this. Now do 10 chains. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now for the rest of the leaves, the pattern will be kind of different, but it should be the same. So now do 10 more chains. These will be your leaf chains. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So to do the double crochets, chain 2, 1, 2, and now you will go into the third chain from your hook. So double crochet, double crochet, crochet. There should be 10 double crochets. Double crochet, double crochet, oops, double crochet, keep track, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so I have 3 more. 3. Okay, and you can cross check by counting the number of chains. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have done the right amount. Now in that last double crochet, you will put 2 more double crochets to turn it smoothly. So 1 and then 2 in the same spot. All 3 of your double crochet should be in one chain. Now turn and put your double crochets into the chains on the other side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, then double crochet. Now single crochet fix this. Okay, single crochet in the 2 chains you made. So 1, 2. Now single crochet in these 2 stitches. 1, 2. 2 half double crochets. 1, 2. Now 2 double crochets. 1, 2. Now again 2 half double crochets. 1, 2. Now slip stitch. 1, 2. And you want to slip stitch into this, in the third, this will be your third slip stitch. So 3 single crochets. This will be your third single crochet. And now you will slip stitch into this next double crochet. So 1 chain. There should be 1 loop, sorry. And that is your second loop. So you will now continue just chain 10, and then when you chain 10 you can make the next leaf. So you just keep on going till you have your desired length. You can make this how long as you want, and when you are finished just chain 10 and keep an excess tail. Do not weave it in. So now we're gonna make the puff flower. Here's the front, here's the back. Now I will show you a way to make it so there are no visible chains anywhere, so it looks really smooth. And the first thing that we'll do is make a slip knot. Put your hook on the slip knot. Now chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and do a slip stitch in the first chain you made. So this chain right here, slip stitch, slip stitch, and now you have a hole here, and this is where we'll put our single crochets. So now chain 1 and make 6 single crochets, and the flower will have 6 petals. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now we will slip stitch into the first single crochet. So in this V, put your hook. Now slip stitch, 1 loop should be on your hook. So now for the puff stitch, we will raise your hook upwards, so just keep it up, and now you can make this any length. It doesn't have to be a specific length, and this will be our chain 2. So I'm just doing this much. Now yarn over, and now put your hook into the first single crochet, so where we slip stitch. Now pull up a loop, and it should be the same length as our chain 2. Let me do it again, I'll show you again. So yarn over, pull up a loop. Make sure they are all the same size. So we will do that until we have to do that 6 times in total. So I'm doing my third, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let me just make sure I did 6. So count in pairs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, and there should be 13 loops on your hook. Now you will go through all the loops like this. Whoops, it's okay if it doesn't go properly. Yep, like that. And now do 1 chain. That is your first petal. Now we will repeat that again. So do your chain, equivalent of chain 2, just pull up a loop and slip stitch. Now make it the length you're wishing for. Yarn over, pull up a loop. 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 I have lost count, so let me check. 2, 4. So this is my 5th, and then my 6th. So now you pull through all the loops on your hook. So, oops, that wasn't smooth. Okay. Now chain 1, and that's your second petal. So let me just do this for all the petals. I'll show you. So now slip stitch, pull up your desired length, yarn over, pull up a loop, 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 pull through all, chain 1, now slip stitch. Oops. So yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull up a loop. I lose track, so make sure you are counting how much loops are on your hook. Oops, slip stitch. So I have 4, so I'm just gonna finish these 2 petals. Yarn over, pull up a loop, 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 yarn over, pull up a loop. This is the fastest method to crochet like a bunch of flowers, so you can use these for like anything. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 1 more. Pull up a loop, pull through all, chain 1, and slip stitch. This is the last one. Pull up a loop. Go through all. And now you will slip stitch into this chain. This loop right here, slip stitch to there. And chain 1. Now we're going to leave in a to weave in. Now just pull your hook upwards. Now secure it, and that is your flower. Kind of looks wonky, but it's okay, since we will weave in the ends. And to weave them in, you can just follow these back parts and just wiggle them in through. Whoops, sorry. Just wiggle these in and put this to this side and wiggle it in. So that is your puff flower. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you how to attach your vines onto the main, vine. So you can put this anywhere. So there are 2 methods. So the first one is to get some wooden screwers, or wooden bamboo sticks, wooden dowels, and you can just place these on them. And I'll show you how to do that, but you can join these two together if you want a longer vine rack, but I'm just gonna use one just to demonstrate. So first, grab your finished vine and we will tie a knot. So just tie a knot, put a circle, get a loop, put your bamboo screwer in, and just pull the end outwards. Here. You can adjust it. And whoops, sorry. Here's what it will look like. It's not the sturdiest, but you can double knot it. And to do that, just put another knot. You can also hot glue them for a more permanent solution, but I think just tying a loop is good, you know? And it's pretty secure on my end. Unless you like straight up pull it, I don't think anything will happen. Yeah, see? So unless you are straight up pulling it, I think it'll be secure. But you can also use your chains and tie a knot with the chain. This is, I think, more supportive because the chains are thicker. Let me just do that 1 second. See, look. Yeah. You can slip knot as well. And the slip knot's actually more stronger, I feel, so you can just take a slip knot and do that. And for the second method, you can do that with yarn, so you don't need anything additional. So you will first get where you are hanging and measure your desired length for your chain. So for just this demonstration, I'm just gonna chain like 20 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I did 15, but it's okay. They're kind of wonky, but that's fine. So get your vine. I'll use another one. So get your vine that you're attaching. Get your crochet hook. Make a slip knot. Get pick any chain you want to attach the vine on, and you'll get the excess yarn from your yarn tail, and then slip stitch and then chain 1 there, and now it is secured. Yeah, this knot is pretty tight and it won't go anywhere. Let me just show you that one more time. Oh, it's pretty sturdy. Okay. First slip knot. Pick the place where you want to attach it and slip stitch. So pull through both loops and chain 1. Pull through, and it's it's pretty secure. So this is a better alternative method, I feel. In my opinion, I prefer this method, but if you want to use the wooden screws, you can use those.
Hey everyone, I hope you enjoyed crocheting these finds. I think they turned out pretty cute and look amazing on my window. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video.